Hey y'all, it's Jen, and tonight I have the book buying tag. The original video was created in 2013 by Megan all over BookTube. I will link that original video below. Recently I saw a video done by Julie over at Pages and Pens, so I will also link her video down below. I was not tagged by anybody to do this, but I thought it was a good tag, so I wanted to do it. So let's get started. There are 13 questions on here, and I have not prepared any answers for this at all, so we are just going to see where it takes us. Number 1, where do you buy your books? I buy my books everywhere. My library book sales, off of Book Outlet, Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, both online and in the stores. If I am in a random store and see a book that I want, I will probably buy it. Question number 2, do you pre-order your books? And if so, do you do this online or in the store? I pre-order very few books. The ones that I am most likely to pre-order are the ones that I can get a special signing for, autographed, personalized, especially if they are from an independent bookstore. Number 3, on average, how many books do you buy each month? Really, it kind of varies. I try not to buy very many books. On average, I probably buy about 5 books a month. Number 4, do you use your local library? Yes, consistently, weekly. I almost strictly use my library for my audiobooks. I do have an Audible subscription, and there are a few books that I will buy outright that I know that I'm going to enjoy listening to and want to listen to again. But I almost always use my Overdrive app from my library to check out books. And here recently I've actually started checking out physical books. I work about 5 minutes from one of the local branches, and so I have them sent over to that branch for me to pick up. Question number 5, if so, how many books can you or do you borrow at a time? I think I can borrow up to 10 books at a time, and I currently have borrowed 3 actual physical books. I don't have any Kindle books or any audiobooks borrowed at this time, but I typically will have maybe 1 Kindle book and 1 audiobook also. Number 6, what is your opinion on library books? Obviously, I've just answered that. I highly recommend library books. Libraries are a great way to read, save money, and support authors as well, and support your local libraries. I highly recommend doing that. So library books, yes. Number 7, how do you feel about charity shop / secondhand books? And I have no problems with those. I don't always buy secondhand or from a charity shop, just because I'm a little weird, I'm a little germophobic, and I don't know what's been on those books. Number 8, do you keep your read and TBR piles on the same shelf? No. Sort of. The shelf behind me is all TBR shelves except for the very top shelf. Those are my autographed books that I have read, mostly. There's like 2 on there I haven't read yet. And then my very bottom shelf that you can't see is some nonfiction books, reference type books that I've looked through some of them, and some of them I haven't. There's some coffee table books down there as well. Number 9, do you plan to read all of the books that you own? Yes, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. There are probably a few books that I won't read that I have purchased. And those are more of the reference type books that I have, so that I can look at specific things in them over the years as I need to. Number 10, What do you do with the books that you own that you feel you will never read again or you did not enjoy? And usually I have kept those books. But recently, back in October or November of 2016, I went through and pulled every book off of my shelf and got rid of everything, with the exception of things like Harry Potter and Twilight and some of the books that I've had since I was a kid. And then, of course, some of my reference books. And then I started all over with new books because those were books that I knew that I probably would never read because they had been on my shelf unread for 5 to 10 years at that point. I also got rid of the books that I had read, but I knew I would never reread again, and I felt that they would be better served and loved by somebody else that could enjoy them. I try to always give my books to other people that I know that will enjoy them or have requested them. I sometimes will donate them to my local library for their book sales or to charity shops like Goodwill or Savers. Question number 11, have you donated books? Yes, I have, but it is not my preferred method to pass books along. Like I said, I would prefer to give them to somebody that I know rather than to an organization that's going to resell them. Number 12, have you ever been on a book buying ban? I am currently on a book buying ban, and we'll see how long that lasts. Number 13, do you feel like you buy too many books? Not really, because I do intend to read these books, and I read about 10 a month anyway, so eventually I'm going to get to them, hopefully. But that does it for my book buying tag, and my battery is also dead, so I hope this last couple of minutes is being recorded. Be sure and like this video if you've enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button to be notified of new videos that I post. And until next time, bye.